But yeah, the question, who told you you was naked? Who told you wasn't good enough? We have to start to interrogate why we do things. And does it come from God's nature or does it not? And I said we because it's not something that I said last week. I'm not teaching this from a point of perfection. Jesus is the standard. I am not the standard. The bishop is not the standard. The greatest apostle is not the standard. Even Paul is not the standard. Like I said last week, he said, follow me as I follow Christ. So when we start to interrogate some of the things that we do by the standard of who told us this information, where did we get it from? We are able to better identify whether what we are doing emanates from the Spirit of God or from our corrupted flesh. So, seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. See, me, I'm just as bad as you. See that? Rebuked already, not even 2 minutes in. All doctrines of devils and seducing spirits come to cause us to fall into the trap of walking in the flesh over the Spirit. Say that again. All doctrines of devils and seducing spirits come to cause us to fall into the trap of walking in the flesh over the Spirit. All great lies are founded in truths. Doctrines such as the Seven Mountain Mandate will always contain elements of this false doctrine checklist that we have here. Flesh over spirit, time over eternity, outward over inward, self above God and others, and present world over that to come. And we'll have a question on that regarding on that in a second. So hear this now. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. And that was a half truth. They would die, but not physically. Well, not for now anyway. Right? But they definitely die spiritually. For God doth know that in the day that you eat thereof, then your eyes will be opened. True. And ye shall be as gods. Adam was pretty much already a god, and Eve in a secondary sense. So they pretty much were gods already, to be fair. But yes, with this knowledge, they would be even small g gods, knowing good and evil, truth. But you know, when Eve heard the God part, she didn't understand it properly. She thought she was going to be greater in power than what she had, and really she wasn't. And neither was Adam, because they lost that dominion that they had. And that it was pleasant to the eyes. Sorry, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree was to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. Though this is probably the greatest lie that we've ever known since the beginning of human existence. But this great lie was riddled with truth. And as we're going to see tonight, a lot of the corruption of the church, that's just the wind, a lot of the corruption of the church that we have seen over the centuries is riddled in a truth. So we see in Genesis 3:4-6 here the great deception. Yeah, the Bible says that Adam wasn't deceived, Eve was deceived. Adam knew all of this was garbage. Adam just disobeyed because of his weakness for Eve. But Adam knew all of this was trash because Adam was with God for how long, how many thousands of years or millions of, we don't even know. He was immortal. He spent time naming the animals and looking after the garden. That the devil knew he couldn't trick Adam, but he found a way to Adam, and the way to Adam was his wife. Yeah, with these slick half truths. But you see, even the 2% or the 3% of lie in this Genesis 3 and 4 and 6 has us in this position right now. But thank God for Jesus, right? But you see, what we must understand and what we are very bad at doing in the church is recognizing that everything that the devil does in the church does not come with him in a pitchfork or 666 or with satanic symbolism all the time. So we're so easily tricked by a lot of the garbage we accept in church because we're expecting it to look like evil. And as we learned last week, Satan can transform himself into an angel of light. His whole trick is to make darkness look like light. So we really have to be a bit wiser and not so naive to think that the devil's infiltration of the church is going to be something that we can just spot like that all the time, unless you really are in touch with the Spirit. But I have a question. And the question is, based on the above, what doctrines can we identify as a doctrine of the devil?